And then you put a pole in the middle of all that.
Really?
And just,
No,
and put a
some
mic.
people
Wait,
who
put
can
a pole in
entertain
it.
and can't
I
sing.
can say
And
what
put
the
a mic
pole
on.
do.
Put a mic on top of it.
exactly. Yes. That's entertaining for you. I'm saying.
You know what?
Tweedle dee,
Mhm. all my money.
Look,
All my just making it rain.
Well, how much money you got right now? Let me
It's-
see. We
it's-
got a poll in here.
We're not. We're not. We are not.
Polls in the building.
Amazing
first of the month.
Grace.
I can't do that on Amazing Grace.
I was trying to change the atmosphere. Yeah. I'm just trying to change
She
it.
thought about it. She's like, can I?
Oh, we're
I'm
on the
just
news.
kidding.
I know. She like, this ain't Sunday. No.
Hey, wait a minute. What's the day?
Saturday, the opposite.
The opposite. The reason why we need Sunday.
Exactly. That's a shame.
Hey,
Wow.
Alfred.
Did you want to introduce our endorser?
Make
Or
clean.
this segment is being brought to you by?
This segment has been brought to you by the Queen's Guard Water. Please tune in on WDRBmedia today at 5 p.m. and you will get to see this luscious great water.
Where did this Southern church voice come from?
Don't knock.
Come on, you actress. You know it's spontaneous.
It was like, boom.
Start it off and
Spontaneous.
sing.
Yeah.
I was waiting to hear the rest too.
I messed it up.
I'm
Exactly.
sorry.
You broke the
I'm
flow and everything.
Doggone it.
She was doing her Tyler Perry audition
Right.
here live for the people.
kudos.
You know, Quentin
That's all right.
Tarantino, all them.
Because I
you
can
know.
flip it in just a minute like this, my sister, so it's no problem.
Oh!
If it is that you want us to be in the character that we are in, then that is where we will be. So for you, please tell us a little bit about you, and are you really from Wakanda?
You just made me so excited. I was about to do something else, but I can't even go after that because I Wakanda forever. I Wakanda forever. Okay, we tripping.
Right. You said we had to be fluid.
Oui, bon, donc je parle en français.
Oui.
Pas on air because I don't know how to say anything about air or what I do in French. This is all new vocab and I'm so excited. I love turning a new chapter in life. I'm on my phone like, oh, Google Translate, how do you say it? Comment dit-on en français? But I love it. I love it. And I love that accent.
Oui.
Wait, where did
Oui,
you learn
oui.
to do
Comment
that?
allez-vous?
what?
Oui.
They over there.
Comment allez-vous? Oui?
Mm-hmm.
All
Oui,
they know
oui.
is vous, c'est vous.
Mm.
You know
Couché
it?
à
Not
moi.
even that.
That's why.
Yeah. Exactly.
I can woo woo woo.
I can you woo woo. No, you know what? Can we hang out?
This
my
whole conversation went.
It did. That's why I'm like, look, offset.
Right.
No, but
right.
I've
No,
always
I'm like
wanted
you.
to do the I wanted to find a class where I could learn as many different accents as possible. When I was a kid, I was watching this woman who could do like 50 different no, I think it was like way more than 50.
Yeah.
But different accents,
Right.
and she was doing them back to back to the point where I didn't know which one was real. I want that.
That's called Rosetta Stone.
Rosetta Stone
Rosetta
teacher?
Stone does not teach you.
I was like, I thought that was just for language. Why are you tricking me? Because
Rosetta Stone.
right, because I definitely thought that I was supposed to get my passport from the Social Security office before I did have it.
Oh.
So don't tell me.
Okay.
Don't tell me things like that. I have
okay.
gullible moments. I'm very smart. I'm very intelligent, but I'm honest. I can be a bit gullible sometimes.
Everybody got a little blonde.
I ain't got no blonde in this.
Yeah.
No, y'all didn't. It's the blonde in me.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
But it's okay.
Brunette.
So travel is going to help you build that accent. And in my former career, it was no problem to be going to another country and then to see someone and then they learn the accent. It just happened like
See,
that.
no, when I go, that is so true because I swear when I go to New York, I'm a New Yorker. Like, it's over. It's over.
You come
But
back.
No, but when I get there is when it's easy to adapt. I have to
Immersion.
Right.
Language
Yeah.
immersion.
And don't go there and be in everything made in China and you in Africa. You literally
I
don't
cannot
do the
stand that.
touristy,
Yeah.
type stuff.
Stand that. Like, that's what I don't like about traveling. When you you want to go to a great hotel where you're safe, but then they don't want to take you to the real places. They want to take you to their places where everything is made in China. I don't want made in China stuff.
Like, why
They
you
trying to
doing like
get you
that?
not to get stolen. That's what that is.
I understand, and I completely agree.
I'm trying to help you,
I understand.
to stay safe.
Right, but
Next
why?
thing you know, you're going to be on an auction block talking about we taking bid starts at $1 million. Do I have $2 million?
be over here.
Do I have $3 million?
Right. I'm a
There's something wrong with that one. Never mind.
No, that'll get even more money.
gave you more
Exactly.
money.
Be like if she can jiggle up top, she can jiggle at the bottom.
Oh, Lord.
Jiggle, jiggle, pop, pop. Oh, right. Oh my God. I can't do it.
The worst. No, it does get worse. I've been here for it.
Like $10 million.
I've broken out sweats
Yes.
sitting in these chairs because of how intense it gets. Intense. You gonna throw that
Waiting for that one.
I was like, oh, I'm looking at you. You looking at me? I'm looking at you.
No, man.
It's Gia's fault.
He knows
Right.
exactly what to do
Gia.
with the topic that is like so you. Come on, you gotta tell them about the fluid. What did you try to call us? We're programmed. Is that what you said?
Yes, we're all programmed
We're all
to a certain degree. We live in
I
a
said I
society
hate that
of
word.
robots.
But
we're
We
robotic.
spoke of that earlier. That's what I was saying. People need that 9 to 5. People live in that box. That's their program.
some people is what I was trying to tell him.
But until you can do what you want to do, you have to do what you got to do. And people have responsibilities, and they got to keep a roof over their head.
you're
They
right.
got 2.5 children, and they got 1.5 dogs, and they got all this stuff in their world that they got to pay for.
Where's
so
the other
I
half of the
understand.
dog?
The dog's pregnant.
That is animal cruelty.
The dog
I
is
do not-
pregnant. Let's go
dog-
with
I
that.
said 2.5 kids, but she questioning the dog. What about the other half of the kid?
The mama
I
and the
hate
dog
animals.
pregnant.
Exactly. I'm an animal lover. I'm a tree hugger.
I forget about the kids, you know.
Who cares about the kids?
Exactly.
I love
They
my
got
godson.
prosthetics
My
for
niece.
kids. They
Exactly.
don't have it.
Right. You don't
Look,
have any kids.
shout out to my godson, my nieces and nephews, but no,
I'm
we're not
with
born
you.
with kids.
Exactly.
Dog.
I know. Save the dog.
No.
But people got to do what they got to do. So obviously, when you get out into the mean, bad world, you get that 9 to 5, you get that job so you can pay your bills. Problem is, people get trapped because they make enough to be able to satisfy what they need to satisfy. Then they get comfortable. So then it's like,
Absolutely.
okay, I'm comfortable now, so why rock the boat?
Right.
Why take money and invest it over here? Why invest in myself? Why do this thing over here? Because guess what? All the bills are coming in. I'm happy. All my needs, all my wants are met. Why create any additional stress in my world?
Right.
And you do that for 40 years.
Some people don't want to have a business. Some people want
To
Right.
work for somebody.
work for somebody. They want to go to work for 8 hours
And I think-
and come home and do nothing else with their lives.
True.
Some people are here just
I won't say
existing.
nothing.
But-
Or
Yeah,
not
Well, no,
existing.
because they come home and they got to help Junior with the homework, and they cook dinner.
Yeah, but
and,
when
and they
you
got to
gone,
spend
who
time
remember
with the
you?
spouse, and then you watch
Exactly.
11 o'clock
Now,
news.
You gone.
And then you
I'll
get up and do it all over
I'll
again.
tell you where that's different at. I'll take my father, for example. My father spent 30 years in the U.S. military. And now he's probably rolling on 10, 12, 14 years as a deputy sheriff in Mecklenburg Sheriff's Department. I know my dad doesn't want to own his own business. My father's mentality is literally, I tell everybody, his favorite color is black and white, and occasionally red. And
Well, my
that's
dad
when
would say,
Jesus
"That's
fit-
not a
wrote
color,
it in the
it's a
Bible.
hue."
No,
But he
that's when he
loves
popped somebody in the butt with a gun.
Maybe, but we're not going to talk
Okay.
about that. We're not going to talk about
Your
that.
daddy got a little bit of PTSD.
Right. Let me just tell you, don't. He's
Well, I
strapped
sure
in
won't.
church and out of church. I'm just gonna put that right there. But for him, that regimented life. Now he can work hard, but he can play hard. I remember as a kid, he was the biggest kid in the house. We'd be sitting there minding our own
uncle
business,
started it.
watching TV, and the next thing you know, here come a water hose. And my mom like, get out of my living room, like straight up water
With
fights.
water
Oh, living
Get in
room.
the living
That's what
room.
I'm talking about. That's
I'm
how we
talking-
started.
and it had that
Carpet or
little-
wood floors?
I know.
It didn't matter.
It didn't matter.
We went.
I guess if you can't afford the super soaker,
Love
But
you.
you
Can
know,
we
we get the water hose. I know.
Can we tell everybody to come outside or something like
I got something for
It's
y'all.
different. It's not the same.
It's not. But my father, even though he has always, he's
good.
built the work ethic in me that I have, but it wasn't his desire to have his own business or his own company. He made a bigger difference and a bigger impact. Because you
Absolutely.
say, who's going to remember you? There's
That's
hundreds of soldiers that my
Absolutely.
father drilled and brought into through the military, the ranks, they retired. I mean, there's many criminals that have been counseled by my father that have had second chances, but he could not do that on his own because his passion is there in the field.
I understand.
And as the CEO and the
Exactly.
owner, he would have to trust other people to do it because
Right.
he would be the overseer. And sometimes I think we need those people that are regimented, that
Absolutely.
stay that way.
need
And
You're
I think if
absolutely
you,
right. I
for
realize that.
me, my mom used to say, you're always doing something. And people ask, how can I do so much? But what they don't understand is my position, my place, and my call is health and wellness.
Yep.
I stay right there in health and wellness. But there's always been a way that no matter what other job I did, I was able to incorporate health and wellness in there. Now, granted, I needed to work to pay the bills, but I made sure that wherever I was, even when I worked for the government, I had Zumba classes. I got a government check, but I still got an opportunity to work out and do what I did. Then
So
I think
one
when-
should be able to do what they need to do, that 9 to 5, that steady paycheck every 2 weeks, but then also do their passion on the side.
They should be able to, if they're not, but sometimes they need help because they get
Everybody needs help.
overwhelmed.
That's what the 9 to
Right.
5 is for.
No,
The 9 to 5.
not the help,
Some
not the
people
financial
need-
help.
yes, not the
They
financial
need
help.
because
Sponsor
they
me.
get so they get so caught up in the 9 to 5. You were saying something, and I immediately thought about. For me, I was like, okay, I'm ready to do something, but then I got a promotion, so I was like, okay, well, now's not a good time because now I got more money, and so I'm gonna stay here, right here, do this, do that, or whatever. But when I say people need help, they need help, maybe time management.
Yeah.
You can do your 9 to 5, but if you have 9 to 5 Monday through Friday, don't use your Saturday and Sunday just being worn out from the 9 to 5.
Exactly.
That's your time to exercise your passion. That's your time to gig. That's your time to audition for shows. That's your
learned that in
your time.
college.
But when I say they need help, helping them manage that time efficiently, because your 9 to 5 will, and you said it once before, being a slave
Yeah.
to the 9 to 5. Because if that's your breadwinner right there, you don't want to shake that, especially if you haven't started making money from your passion.
But then you take the 9 to 5 money, the help I was talking about is now being able to buy the clothes. So that when you get on
You know-
stage, you look straight. You
Well,
you
okay.
get the fly
Sometimes-
glasses,
Hello.
but you need
Right.
money for that. You need to get the
Simple
hair.
fly
You-
every
you,
day.
You need money for that. So
Absolutely.
you can use your 9 to 5 in order to pay and invest in your passion to get the things that you need in order to do what you need to do.
That
Absolutely.
makes perfect sense. But my problem, I tried to do that. It's not even so much for some people that they don't want to work or the time or something like that, but literally I felt like I could not fit in anywhere I worked. And the thing is, for me to have a problem with management in different places, I'm a realist. I can be like, okay, what are you doing wrong? Okay, what do I need to fix? I can be humble. My daddy is the most humble man that I know. So he teaches me well, but at the same time I'm like, I can't do it because I have a natural sense of, I talk with my hands too, because I'm so passionate about everything
You
that
have
I
to talk
do.
with the other hand.
Right.
So the hand you talk with is the hand that you keep free. The other hand holds the mic.
I
Yeah.
peep.
So you can.
Woman helped me already. Thanks, man.
Yeah. Although
No, I'm just
last
kidding.
week I instructed you to do such, and
You know what?
yeah.
See, that's why- that's
Why you had to do that to me?
One seed,
But no, really.
another
Single
waters,
people now.
but
'Cause
God
men
gets
ain't
the
giving us a-
increase.
Right.
So I'm just
Call me out
here
on camera.
to help.
You were very subtle. That was
a
very ladylike.
servant at
so
heart.
I ain't gonna tell you last
Yeah.
show, my stomach growled right before it went on, and nobody heard it until you said, "Was that your stomach?"
Oh, Oh my goodness.
I had no other choice.
I had to,
Well, since you're telling the world, Fred.
I'm just saying,
But no.
Especially if you had the mic down here.
I did not. It was right here.
You didn't hear it.
It was right when he took a breath. It said, as soon as he inhaled. It's like, I just sound like
Apparently somebody wanted something to say.
I ate somebody.
But guys,
They cried for help.
my problem, I didn't know what my problem was, and I felt like my problem was just that it wasn't for me. I wasn't fitting in. To me, it was my sign to hurry up and do what I got to do to get where I need to be. And, because when I'm doing what I love, I'm happy, I'm content, I fit in. But, in these work environments, I found that, like I said, I naturally take a leadership position just so that I can help for the greater good, and some people can't take that. Some people, just because of titles, can't take someone else stepping in to, hey, let's make this better, or let's do this.
Right.
They don't appreciate it, don't value it, take it for granted, don't want to pay you for it. Am I talking about my whole life right now? I may be.
It's a preach.
to yourself.
Hello, preach.
And that's when you get the realization that you need to step out and get your own.
That's all.
Exactly.
My God. That's all.
That's all.
Catch the remix.
Yeah, that's it. At that point,
Absolutely.
you turn in your 2 weeks notice
It is done.
and go with God.
I'm just saying, mine is done.
Well, see, I was fired right when I was debating about quitting or not. And then I had made the decision, no, I'm going to just stay a little longer because I got comfortable with the money. And then out of nowhere, boom. And I had the feeling that day, I said bye to my coworkers before I got fired. And I hadn't done anything
Right.
that day, but literally
said that day.
management. No, but it was like the tedious
Got
things.
fired on her day off.
Guys, no, I didn't
stealing
have a
boxes.
manager for the longest time. I didn't
That's
have a
exactly
manager.
how you do it.
And so when I stepped into that workplace, they were like, run, everybody quits within a week. I'm like,
What?
God. But the person that I am, I'm like, I can fix anything. And so I didn't want to give up. I'm like, you just made me want the job even more. So once I got it, my daddy, I'm a hard worker. I get that from him. But I didn't have time to go be sent away for manager training. So once all the other girls who they hired came in under me, they just kind of had me in that position without giving me the proper title because of the proper training. Right. So when the new manager came in, and I had that respect from all of the other workers already because of my ethics, because of my kindness when I ask you so
That
politely to do,
competitive
because of how happy my guests were with me all the time, she was threatened.
Decision when they,
Right.
Yeah,
That was
she
for the
was
better of the
threatened.
company.
And it,
So that's a
For her
catty
anyway.
thing going on with you
but
women.
that happened
how
to me
you
multiple
women
when I try to
will-
get regular jobs. But
That's where
anytime
I'm
I'm
at
in
now.
my field, I'm like, boom, boom, you can't stop me.
That's why I feel you.
That's
I'm there
because
now.
you the boss.
Hello.
I'm the
So
boss without-
when you're the
I
boss,
like
in
that.
your
It had a
field,
ring to it. I just have to stay there.
now you just got to find the two to
Yep.
match the boss and the paycheck
right.
to
And
go
you know what?
together,
And
and then
one
it
of-
works out real well.
One thing that people
Give me
don't
the
realize
key.
that's missing is when you do step out and you decide that you are going to be the boss, they typically only want to be the boss in areas that they're comfortable in. The areas that they're comfortable in typically don't have money. So you want to be a real boss, you need to be able to go into neighborhoods and environments and set up shop in a Valentine, in a place where you're not commonly, we always trying to get a hookup. We're always trying to get, a
Or
discount.
hire somebody who
So you
looks
do it
that
right.
look
Absolutely.
and can do that.
That's
So
the
the
best way to be
restaurant right
successful.
the restaurant right around the corner. Oh boy, it's a southern restaurant and they cook soul food. And he got no soul in him. But guess
Right.
what? He has enough wisdom
Absolutely.
Right.
That's
to
what-
hire
there you go.
soul
Betty
people,
Grandma in that kitchen.
and they the front
Right.
line.
Yes, it is.
So when
That's
you
what
walk
do.
in,
Right,
all you
that's what
see
you
is
see
soul.
what
That's
you
it.
relate
But in
to.
the back,
I know exactly what you're
with
talking
the
about.
money,
Oh my goodness.
my
with the little
goodness.
counting machine, is somebody that don't look like
But
us.
that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
you're right.
Set
That's
up
wisdom.
but that's what I'm saying. Set up in those areas. It don't have
And
to
that's-
be you.
that's the
Right.
help
But don't
that
be
you're
afraid.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to go beyond that. And then that will also help you. I have a friend who does great videography, and he's been working for somebody.
I need that
probably
telephone number when we
for
need
like
to know.
right here in the house. right here
Oh, yeah,
in the
you wanna
house.
keep it in the house.
Yeah, you're
Right
right.
here in the house. But this is the thing. He's been working, and I was like, I'm so glad, I'm happy for you got this gig and stuff. So I was, like, what are you getting paid? He was like, oh, Like they're not paying him, and he's been doing it for almost a year.
Get out
but
of here.
because he gets to interview or gets to do the camera, for different famous people and different events that he can't get to, cool.
Well,
All that's great,
What
but
is he doing with that opportunity?
that's the thing, nothing. And that's why I
then
always
you're
say
doing it in
you
vain.
need that help. And I asked him, I said, if I needed to hire you for something, how much would you charge? He's like, I ain't figured that out yet. So every time you do a video, you want these 60-year-old rappers, that's on the come up trying to rap. They got the $100 bill on the outside and the ones in the middle that they don't fold out. And you ain't even get none of the ones. They didn't even break you off the 100. And I told him, I was like, have you done any weddings? And who have you done weddings for? I looked at his wedding portfolio. If you serving wings at a wedding, you're not gonna get paid a lot. I'm just saying. If it come in aluminum foil with a sterno, that's not an official wedding that you're gonna get paid a lot for. So
He can get a paycheck with his name written on it, and it's blank.
And it's
No.
That's so disrespectful.
He would have to work for me, and we'd have to do a whole nother thing. We would have to do a whole entirely different thing. But I literally have gotten on him so much where I said, this is what you do. I said, you call around and you ask people, I'm looking to do a wedding. How much do you charge? Find out what your competition is worth. Find out, what they're making. Yeah. You ain't got to tell them your date and stuff. You be like, look, I don't want to go out with my wife looking at 500 things. I just need to know what the budget is. This is my budget. What can I get for that? Now you have a bottom line to kind of work with from there.
And that's for people who want to do that. Yeah. What I've learned over the years is that sometimes success for one person is defined differently for somebody else. And sometimes success is just give me this much. And I'm happy with this much. Now, I know there's a whole lot more that's available, but I just want this much, and I'm happy with this much, and this much work for me, and I want no more than this much. And as long as a person is happy with that, and if that's success for you, then so be it.
That's
And the
what
argument
I
for
don't
me-
understand it. But hey,
You don't.
right.
Right.
It ain't for me to understand.
You like
But
it,
as
I
long
love
as
it.
they do.
That's all that matters. If it makes you happy.
Exactly.
Right, but the only reason the argument comes in with him is because he complains about the 9 to 5 all the time.
Oh, you better stop talking to me.
Always sick of it.
Boy, you better
Can't
not cuss
believe
out
it. Don't
everything.
want to do
Don't you
it.
call me no more.
Yeah.
I'm talking about nothing.
Right.
I'm going to hang up on you every time.
You don't do that, liar.
You don't.
Because women call all the time complaining about stuff, and y'all sit there.
Women,
Let me tell you,
men
me
don't
more,
complain, y'all.
and huh,
Men don't
and what,
complain.
and
Let me tell you something. I said something
Yeah,
about you, right? And I'm complaining. I'm making changes to make that thing better. I don't complain for no reason.
Thank
I hate
you.
it. Don't be coming to me or anybody and complaining just to complain. What are you doing to make
And
the
then I
situation
don't
better?
like redundance. Don't
But
complain
people-
about the
but
same
people
thing
have
over and
to
over
vent.
again. Now you look
and
foolish.
they have to get it out of their spirit.
Yeah.
And they have to, release.
You can't get
and
nothing
be
out
able
of your
to
spirit
share
until you
And,
move it
know,
out your spirit.
But
Don't be in the same
But talking about it is the first step.
But we've been
You can't
talking
do
for a
one,
year.
one, 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 one,
Right.
one.
We've been
First
talking
step.
for a
Here,
whole
but I
year.
don't like this.
How much of it is
Same
in your
thing.
spirit? What are you gonna do? Where's the spirit of doing something? The
Bible
Where's
says,
the spirit of motivation. Where's
faith-
the spirit?
Preacher.
Don't get there.
Faith
Come on,
without
somebody.
works is dead. You can talk
Faith
about
without
it.
works is
Faith
dead.
without works is dead. You can talk about it till Jesus come back. But if you don't do
You
nothing,
got to be about it.
You got to be about it. Absolutely.
absolutely.
The whole woulda, coulda,
Absolutely.
shouldas of the world.
you're right.
And then, but with those people, you also got to know, like with him, he's an analytical person, which is why I said he would not just say it's 450. He needs to know that somebody else has 450 and that's what they actually would do. That's what they charge. He knows that that's the thing. I know he's worth 450.
Right.
He just needs to know that that's something realistic. Unfortunately, he's one of those that have to see that others are doing it to believe that he can do it. There are some people that are like that.
You have to be
And
able to
once again,
see it before you can
before you
seize
can see
it.
Right,
So there are some
right.
people that
And
their
that's where he
mind is
is.
wired that
Well,
way.
he's
That's how
your
he
friend,
is.
right? So, as your friendly duty, you need to pull up some stuff, some numbers.
No, that's
Let
where.
him
But see,
meet
that's
some
where his
people.
investment comes in at. I can't do it. My mom taught me a long time ago. You can't want more for somebody than they want for themselves.
I agree.
I've given you how to get it. How bad do you want it? You can sit in between your job and make phone calls. Here's a driver.
Oh, you can do that while you're on the road.
Yeah. hey Google.
And you call me while you driving.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So to see how bad he wants it, that was a suggestion. Now, when I talk to him again, if he says, you know what, I call like 4 people, and you're right, they charge anywhere between $250
Just
and
4
$300.
people. That's 4 phone calls.
That's right.
10
That's
minutes
more
out of
than
your whole
none.
life.
That's more than no phone calls, which he doesn't have, which is why he's not making any money
Well, then
doing
bye.
what he's doing
And that's
now.
when I be coming to you and saying, don't you call me again. Talking that crap until you make a change for yourself. You ain't making no changes. Don't you call me?
So
like
to
somebody's
get in
mama.
contact
I am
with
somebody's
the
mama.
sympathetic,
I know, I was just waiting to
the
hear
that. I know.
compassionate,
We are.
the loving, and the patient Gia, her contact information is
Yes, you can hit me up anytime. My email address is
The trip.
the Queen's Guard Radio Show at gmail.com.
you got to spell that.
I sure will for the non-spellers out there in the world. I'm just kidding.
Queen's Guard.
I'm just
That's
messing
really
with you.
self-explanatory.
I'm just messing
But
with
no,
you guys.
really.
It is, but we ain't gonna talk about it.
We ain't gonna talk about
We ain't
it.
gonna-
I
some
wasn't
people
even
didn't make it to
supposed to
third
comment on that.
grade. And it's okay. If you happy, I'm happy.
Oh man,
All right.
because I'm not smarter than the 5th grader.
I'm
Okay,
definitely
not these
smarter
5th
than a
graders.
grader.
I can't play Fortnite.
Not the ones on
I ain't even
TV.
gonna start talking about and the way they do math now.
The way
The
they
Queen's
do-
Guard.
In Mandarin.
Okay, THE. I don't know why I'm. THEQUEENSGUARD at gmail.com. Do I need to spell Gmail too?
Yeah.
GMAIL. A period for the ones who don't know what a dot is. COM. Okay.
I actually did that with somebody one time and
How do you
spelled
spell
it
YML?
wrong.
How do you spell YML?
They spelled YMAIL.
Someone asked me, "Oh, how do you spell that?" Just because it's not Gmail. They said, "Are you sure you don't mean Gmail?" I said, "No, ma'am, it's ymail.com." She said, "Are you sure you don't mean Yahoo?" Ma'am,
Lady.
it is YMAI.
She not
Said I was a
WHY.
I've never heard of Y mail. Right. But I would.
It's new on the scene.
I'd be like, so how do you spell it? Is it WHY mail? Or is it a
Y mail?
Y mail?
And then I said, no, Ymail, like yahoo.com, but it's just Y instead of the Yahoo.
Yeah.
Okay.
But she was,
I would have just been like, hello?
Patience is a virtue.
Hello?
It is.
Hello.
Life with these past
I
3
can't hear.
years.
Yeah,
Patience
patience.
has-
Got bad connection.
Yeah.
Right.
If you like
But
to
I
place a
need
call,
you,
please
so I
hang
can't
up
hang
and
up.
try your call again.
Can I speak to someone else, please?
The number you call is currently disconnected or is no longer in service.
And how can they get in contact with you?
Yes, guns. Greatness under no stipulation. I am at gunstotalwellness.com. All Facebook, Instagram, social media, Twitter. It's all Guns Total Wellness. You can reach me at contact, CONTACT, at gunstotalwellness.com or dial 980-239-7819. And wait, there's more. No, there's not.
I better be like, I need to do my own.
And if you call now,
I ain't know I was supposed to do all that. I'm new to this.
I'm so crazy. Sorry. I wanted to ask you what guns stood for, but I thought it
Greatness
would
under-
sound. No, but that's why I didn't ask, because I'm like, man, they're going to laugh at me because it's probably clear as day what it's for.
Clear when she
But
said
no, say
No. In,
greatness
in the
under no
future,
stipulation.
I love
in the
it.
future, make sure you ask, because that'll give us good
I
content to share
definitely
with the
will.
people.
We were just rolling, and my question it got in the rocks.
No.
But I'm glad you came back to that, because that was my first question. That's
Yes.
funny.
Yeah,
That's
I like
it.
it. That's
Greatness
awesome.
under
I
no
love that,
It comes from
yes.
John 14:12, where Christ said, if you believe in the works that I do, you do these works and even greater works. And God told me he was not intimidated by the greatness he put in me.
Chill.
Girl, say that one more time. Reverse.
Look at my, you can see
reverse.
the chills on my wrist.
Say that one more
God
time.
is not intimidated by the greatness he put in us. There's only one thing man cannot do. We can do anything. The only thing we cannot do is die for somebody's sin on the cross. That's already been done.
Stand up and shout. I just want to
Outside
shout.
of that,
Can I get 3 seconds?
yeah. There you go.
Okay. Bless them.
Amen.
And amen.
Amen.
Wow.
That was awesome.
Hallelujah.
That was powerful.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
My name means to give the highest praise. I don't have a really cool acronym, but I'll sorry for the wait.
She said something.
Sorry for the wait. We're gonna go work on that. But
Google.
right.
Help
me.
Okay, good.
Cortana, we have all these helps. Help me. But my name is Halil D. You can reach me at halilwalker@ymail.com. Halil is HALILWALKER at YMAIL.com or HALIL.DEELLA@yahoo.com. That's halil.diella@yahoo.com. Oh no, I have Instagram too. Yes. Follow me on the gram. My Instagram is HALIL_DE_Ella ELLA. Halil Diella.
I like Halil Diella. That's a pretty name.
Yes.
That's your real name?
That is. My first name means to give the highest praise, and my middle name, I was named after my mother's first sister.
Oh, if I ever have kids again, I'm going to keep that in mind. But it probably ain't going to happen.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
twins,
kids
Halil and
celebrity.
Halal.
I only have one.
Okay.
Yeah.
You had twins next to go around. Name them Halil and Halal.
I rebuke you with the name of
I was just talking about twins. Talk that up. You sound like my mama. I've been dreaming about fish. Who pregnant?
you.
Wait.
Them fish dead.
Don't you put that on me.
Wait, Gia, you were talking about you want to work out with me. 100% of the couples at my gym are pregnant. 100. Every husband and wife that has come worked out with me, except for the exception of one couple who is vasectomy and hysterectomy, the rest have all gotten pregnant. And the last set is having twins.
Well, I just want to say I'm the type of chick that all my friends are married and have boyfriends, and they all go out together. Guess who go by themselves?
Boom, bam.
Okay, so when I come and see you to work out,
My birthday was November 8th.
Okay.
I partied with myself and I.
And they have boyfriends,
yeah,
or like
because
like
some are married.
triogamy
Yes,
type
no,
of.
Don't be my word.
I'm just talking about. I'm trying to clarify. You talk about they married and they got
that's what
with
I heard.
boyfriends and girlfriends.
But we
and-
talking about
I'm
the
like, is
different
that
ones.
polygamy? But
I had to catch on
My
too.
friends
It's
got
okay. I
lists.
got it.
Yeah,
Oh,
my
okay.
friends
We
are
were here.
married. Some are
or
married.
or
They are in very serious relationships.
Okay.
Because I heard they are married and
and
have boyfriends.
exactly. I'm
Well,
like,
let me
who
get my
you
life.
go
Because
out?
she
I
didn't
know.
say some
Who
of
you be
them
hanging
are-
out with?
She said my friends
friends,
are married.
And-
da-da-da.
Right. Okay.
Ba-da-da-da-da.
Your friends was going to be like, girl.
I know.
Why you do that?
Exactly.
Girl,
Try
did we tell
snitching
her we
like
went
that
to
on the air.
To the place last
I
week.
told them we went fishing.
Lord, they-
What you talking about?
You gonna lay hands and resurrect your fish
Oh,
and your eggs.
We finna find Dory. We finna
No, we
find
not. I would be what?
Free,
No,
They got procedures for that. We
Free
can help.
Willy,
I
find
don't need the
Nemo.
procedure.
No, we can like Google that and get you something hooked up and stuff, and I can call, make the appointment for you, and we come and we hold your hand.
I'm
just
first.
saying.
Don't get it twisted.
Okay,
However,
so what the
good
problem is?
old birth control.
Oh. Oh, Lord.
I'll always be there. Always and forever.
Bless us.
I ain't got time.
I
Bless
thought you were gonna
us.
say abstinence, but I guess we weren't going.
She
down
ain't
that.
still.
I'm put my head down.
It's
Hey,
okay.
listen, I am not here to not tell anybody to practice abstinence. I'm just leaving it at that right now.
We're just not going to condemn anyone either
I'm not gonna condemn
for their
or judge you.
lifestyles.
Hey, if that's what you want to be it. I'm so proud of you. You can do it. All right, then let's keep it moving.
Quickly. Let's keep it moving quickly.
On that note, family, you're tuned in to the Profit and Growth Hour here on WDRB Media, the voice of the community. We'll see you next time.
Y'all are awesome. Y'all are a trip. Gia. I love everyone, guys. We just having a good time.